Dungeons of Doria is an amazing game. Cat and the Tower, this is amazing. Gotta Script, also S-rank game. Fliptoons, this might be one of my biggest surprises of this month. A Wild Venture is my personal highlight of Spiel this year. Tale of Merchants, of course, always an S-rank game. I think this will never change. Hey everyone, this is Sethakos, and I'm back with a monthly tier list of games I have played, this time for October 2025. So I will just be talking about the games that I played last week and ranking them in the list here from S to D. S that are like games that I really think are like amazing, or that I find amazing, and then we go down that ranking. A few disclaimers before we start. As usual, this is just my opinion, right? Your opinion may differ, and if it does, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on that. Also, this is just a snapshot. It is possible that I will rate the same game differently in the future. Always depends on a lot of factors. How often have I played it? With whom? How did the plays go? Maybe I have played the game like too often, and that's why it's lowered or raised. That is all definitely possible. Also, usually I don't have like this usual curveball, right? I usually have like most games in SNA, or like a lot of them, because, well, both won't surprise you probably, but I mainly enjoy playing games that I actually like. All right, and with that all out of the way, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. All right, there we go. Let's start with Dungeons of Doria. Let's start strong. Dungeons of Doria is an amazing game. I have brought a playthrough to the channel, and I am planning to bring more videos to the channel, because this is like one of my most favorite dungeon crawlers. It's not my absolute favorite, but it's like one of the best and definitely worthy of an S in my opinion. Urbion, one of the games in the Universe series, I really like this game as well. This will get an A just because it is a very good game, but there are better games in the series. But that only tells you how strong this series really is. Buds and Blooms by Mark Tuck. I have actually recorded a video on that game. I think there is a print and play, but you can also get it in the Game Crafter. And yeah, my video will release quite soon. Maybe it has already released when this video goes live here, because I will not be able to publish this tier list maybe for a week or two. So maybe Buds and Blooms has already released, by then, and I really like it. Yeah, I think this is a really cool game as well. I have only played it solo, but you can play it with up to 2 players. That probably works well also, but I think the solo games are quite strong. Capybara Crush. I'm a little bit conflicted here. That's one of the games I got at Spiel, and I think it's a pretty good game. I just think that the solo mode is just really hard. I don't know if you're probably able to win somehow, but it's like really hard. So, and I don't mind like hard to win solo modes or games, but if you have like the feeling like you can only win by chance, or only like 1 in 10 games, that's just not high enough for me. But it's very cute, and I like the puzzle aspect it has, but still I think I will give it a B only for now. This is actually one of the very few games I got at Spiel, but I'm not 100% sure how the long-term replayability of this is, just because it is just very, very hard. This might be better multiplayer actually. Cat and the Tower. I got this dexterity game at Spiel as well, and I had high hopes, and, well, the expectations were met. This is amazing. This is like one of my most favorite dexterity games at the moment, and I think it will stay like that for a while. You can also play it solo. It works very well because it's cooperative. The theme is great. The story is, albeit sad, it is a great story as well. The components are nice, really nice, and it's really cool to have that tower at the end of the game. I really like this one. A Wild Venture is my personal highlight of Spiel this year. This is an absolutely amazing game. I love this. I've only played 2 players so far, which is like the main intended mode, but there is a solo mode that I haven't tried yet. Really looking forward to trying the solo mode as well. But this game is just absolutely amazing. I think this game really is a hidden gem. Then we have Cities. Cities was a game that was quite popular, and it is not too bad. I do see where people like it, but I wouldn't really miss it if I wouldn't play it anymore. So I think it was nice, but I think I like other games in that vein of like placing stuff and getting points for that, like spatial puzzles. I like others a bit more, even by the same designer, right? Something like Bärenpark I like a lot more than this one here, but it's good. It's a good family weight game. I like the minimal rules, but quite nice decision space you have here. Distilled will always be an S probably. I think this is just an amazing game. So I will just put it here for sure. I played the Cocktails expansion at Spiel, and that one was pretty good as well. Between Light and Shadow, clearly an A. I brought you a playthrough and review to the channel, and if you haven't watched it, I highly suggest you do, because this is a really, really cool solo game. I made a mixtape, co-designed by Mike Delisio. Not co-designed, but he's like one of the two designers. And the theme in this game is outstanding. I will bring you a playthrough, a review and playthrough quite soon. The theme is outstanding. Also, the design is pretty cool. The game itself is good as well, but I don't think I could give this an S. The theme alone would get an S. But this one here, yeah, let me give it an A for now. I think that's fine. Clore, I think I gave this an A last time, and I will bump it up to an S now. I played it again, and it's just a good game. It's just a really good game. I think Tembo really outdid themselves here with this design. It's definitely their best design to date, and I really, really like this. I will have to bring another playthrough to the channel at some point. Otter, also by Charming Games Collective, who made Capybara Crush, but this one is better. It is a simple card shedding game, really nothing too special, but I like the design, and I also like the simplicity of it. I really enjoyed that one. We can also put Penguin Party there, because that one also is a really simple Reiner Knizia design, but it really, really simple, right? You just put down colored cards in a pyramid and try to get rid of your cards, but I like these two designs because they're so simple. I think those I will be able to get to the table quite often, I hope at least. Then let's continue with Map Masters. We played this on a whim at Spiel, because there was a free table and we wanted to try it. And it is a good game. What would I give it? I've only played it once. I will give it an A for now. But it's quite solitaire, actually. It is a little bit luck-driven. But it's kind of cool to puzzle everything together. You know what? I will give it an A for now. If I play it in the future, it might also change a little bit here. Ohio Bob. Oh, that one is a surprise. That one's just a small wallet game. If you get the solo version. If you get the version for 2 players, it's a small box, but also still quite small and travel friendly. And I thought yeah, you know what? I'm going to get it. It's a wallet game. It's solo. My friend Knipsa got it at Spiel, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to get it as well. And wow, this really surprised me. This is a really good dungeon crawler with just cards. You need a little token, but you can just take anything you have with you, right? Yeah, this is actually really good. I will give this an A for now, but this does have potential to rise even higher in rank. I am planning also to bring a playthrough of that. Tenby, this was one of my highlights of Spiel, that I was anticipating, and this is a really good game. I really like what I see here. This game does nothing really new, right? It's like a point salad game. Every card gives you scoring conditions and also elements for scoring. But the way you arrange that, the way you actually have your initiative and things like that, and the way you choose the actions, that is quite novel. I think I will give this an A for now, but this really has potential to go up to an S. I really like what I see here. Tic Tac Track, also give this a very solid A. Maybe even an S at some point, I don't know. It's just tic-tac-toe in more interesting. It's a very nice strategic 2-player game. I will bring you the review for this 2-player game quite soon. I've already recorded it. Maybe it's already out when you see this video. And also, I found a way to play this solo. I will also bring you a video on that. Then, I think Viva Katrina it's called. It's like a tile laying game, which I really like. I love tile laying games. With this Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos theme, right? And it is nice. I had higher expectations, and I think those expectations were not met. I think it's a decent tile-laying game. I think I would not purchase that, and I would also not go out of my way to play this, because there are just games that I like more. But it's a decent game. You can play Don't Board Game Arena to try it yourself. Crownfell. I usually don't like ranking games here before I actually brought you my preview or review, but this is a 2-player strategic game where you choose draft specific cards at the beginning of the game, and then you use them in the grid to move and to capture other pieces. Very cool strategic game. I will give it an A for now. I take this with a grain of salt, right? Because I haven't brought you the review yet, or the preview, but it is a very, very solid game. I quite enjoyed this. Tale of Merchants, of course, always an S-rank game. I think this will never change. And by the way, the anniversary edition of that will come release this year. I'm really looking forward to that. I will definitely get that. Skyteam, also S-rank. I think this is one of the best 2-player games out there. Although I gotta say, A Wild Venture really, really is dangerous here. It might actually be as good at some point. Gallus Club, also S-rank game. This is probably my most favorite travel game. I almost always have this with me whenever I travel. This is just amazing. The Castle of Burgundy, also S-rank game. It is my number 3 game of all time, so to speak. So amazing. Gems of Iridesia, I'm a little bit conflicted here. I like the design. I think this is a pretty solid design, but it does have some balancing issues in my opinion. It can be like really mean, and it can become toxic with the wrong players maybe. That's just because it has like so much player interaction, right? And that can be negative if you use that right or not right. If you just if you like lean into it, right? I think I will give this a B, because yeah, it is a nice and interesting design, but also it does have a few small issues. Kokeshi is a little bit, Kokeshi is the latest game by Grand Gamers Guild, and I really like the really simple gameplay. It's like really very simple, but still it has like quite a few strategic decisions. The one issue this game has is that it is, in my opinion, a little bit too like samey, right? Like I played now 3 or 4 times, I think, on Board Game Arena, and I think I've seen what the game has to offer. So it is good. I probably would have ranked it like an A like a month or 2 ago. Maybe I even did. It's possible that I did. I'm not quite sure now. Right now I will give it a B because I think I've seen what the game has to offer, and I will probably play it again at some point, but it will be a while. Circus Flocati, that's a weird one. I thought this was a Push Your Luck game with like a little bit of set collection. No, it's not. It's a set collection game with a little bit of Push Your Luck. And that's why my first game of Circus Flocati wasn't great, because I played it completely wrong. But once you know that it's a set collection game with like a little Push Your Luck, it's definitely not bad. I don't think I can put it like here where Otter and Penguin Party are. I'm just saying these as a comparison because it's like as simple. I will give this a B for now, but it's a good B. I just need to play it a little bit more often. I think this can go up to an A. It's just like the first experience I had playing this was just a little bit rough. Wingspan, of course, this is clearly S rank, because yeah, it's my most favorite game of all time, right? I don't know when that will change. The right game still has to come along, right? I'm not opposed to another game taking the top spot, but so far, no game has been able to. Some have become dangerously close, but not yet. Zombicide Gear Up. This was suggested to me by a subscriber, or a few subscribers, I think, like over the past year or two, and I finally got it. And I played it once, and I liked it. I don't know where I put it, because the thing is, the game itself is like pretty cool. I like the way this game works. It has like very clever mechanisms. It's not really Zombicide, right? It has a zombie theme. It could also be like something else, but still, I like what it does. But like the boss that is suggested for the first game, just like they got like defeated me within a few rounds. It was like really brutal. So we'll A or B, A or B, A or B. I think I can put it here in A with all of these contestants. I think that's fine. Let me put it in here for now. I will have to play it more often and see like how much I like it at the end. Fliptunes. This might be one of my biggest surprises of this month. Actually, of last month, like of October, right? We do have November now, but like one of my biggest surprises of October. I've played this, I think, 8 times in October already. 2-player count and also solo, because this is so good. It's weird to give such a simple game an A, but I think this is such a good design. It's like a deck builder, right? You can like get rid of your cards really easy. You have two actions per turn. Either you get rid of your cards or you buy a card, right? And you can like get rid of 2 cards, buy 2 cards, or like do one of each. And then you just always like turn over like 6 cards in your tableau each round. It's like luck driven. What you draw, and some of them are position based, but you're trying to get like a specific number of points during one round. It's really simple. It's really luck driven. Really, really luck driven, but it's great. I love it. Descent will give an A. This is a really good dungeon crawler. And it has like a nice, like, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the art style. Not too much, but apart from that, like the characters and the story are pretty cool. There is a lot of story, like the way the battles work and the mechanisms generally in the game are really good. And also like the terrain-based gameplay, like you have all the terrain on the table, but this game does a lot of useless things in my opinion. That's why it only gets an A. First of all, it is way too app-driven. I think a lot of that could have been done just physically with cards and stuff like that, right? So not a fan of that. Also, the terrain that is placed on the table is cool that it's there. It just looks nice, but it has no use, right? Apart from looking good. Well, there is like one use, and that is like that you can't like jump down like 2 stories or whatever. But we never had a situation where we would have to do that, wouldn't need to do that. So, yeah. If this game were just less app-driven and more physical, I think this would be really great. Forest Shuffle Dartmoor, this hurts a little bit. I would have to put it here for now. I know there are a lot of fans of Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. I absolutely love the original Forest Shuffle, which is a clear S-rank game for me. This one I've played only once. Okay, that's a small disclaimer, but still, I know Forest Shuffle very well. I've played it quite often, and this one, I don't know, it just didn't hit the same notes for me. I think it's fine. I think it works well, but I think I like the original more. With the expansions, I gotta say, but still. I don't know. They just added like another main card you can place down besides shrubs and trees. Now you can also place moors, and some cards only can be played on moors. Others can only play on other cards that are not on moors and things like that. And I think the game becomes too complicated. I like the simplicity of the main game, which was already thinky enough, right? So I don't know. This is not a hit for me so far. It's fine, but it's not great. Cascadia Alpine Lakes. You have seen my review. This was on crowdfunding. If you haven't seen my review, I really suggest you watch it. I even have like one longer video with a playthrough, and I really like this game. I think this is a very worthy successor to Cascadia. I really enjoyed my play there, and I will definitely get the game next year when it releases because it's a really good one. Cat Sudoku. I also either brought you a video on it or will bring you one, depending on when this year releases. I got this as a review copy. This is a very cute, like spatial tile laying puzzling game with a cute theme. It's nothing like extremely special, so I will give it a B. But it's a very cute puzzle. I can see myself playing this in the near future, off and on, because it's like such a small format. You can play it within just 10-15 minutes, right? So very cool. Apex Carnivore, similar thing to Kronfell here. I will bring you a preview on that quite soon after this one here is released, so I wouldn't like to rank it before actually, but I have played the game twice now, or 1.5 times. One was a demo, the other one was a full 2-player game, and so far what I've seen, I like this game. This is like a deck builder that does a few things differently than other deck builders. It is very luck driven, but that also like is kind of like the idea behind this game. So yeah, looking forward to like playing this more for my review and seeing like how much I like it at the end. Cascadia Rolling, in this case it's Rolling Rivers. I just did a giveaway on that. I think this game is fine. I think this game is less of a game and more of a spreadsheet exercise, right? I didn't really love my time with it. And there are a lot of people who love this game and I understand why. I think like it works. It works and there's some pretty interesting mechanisms and stuff, but the Cascadia team is like very pasted on. I would have hoped that this game would be like you roll something and then you have some cards and you, like in combination you're able to maybe draw actually like put down on your sheet like different like the tiles, right? Like your forests and your lakes and whatever. I think that would have been cool, but actually you're just putting in like putting in numbers for animals and then you're just crossing off tiles, right? That's less than they could have done probably. So I hope for a successor of that, for a sequel of that actually like has a bit more depth. I hope so. So I will give this a B or no, I will not give it a C. That would be too harsh, I think. But I will give it a B, which is like quite a low rank for a Cascadia game, right? Because I love all other Cascadia games. And then last but not least, we have Cat Saga. When this video here releases, I think I have released then my video for Cat Saga. This is a print and play by Rolling Rhino Games, designed by Martin, that puts you in a story in a little world where you have like your cat adventurers, at least 2, but you can play it solo, 2-handed, which is quite simple actually. And then you go through a little story with little skill checks. It's very, very simple, but it has a lot of charm, right? And there are like a lot of really interesting mechanisms in here. So I will give it an A. I like story-based games. I love them. And this one is a very decent one to actually print out and play. And there we have it. I actually have some kind of bell curve here, right? Just like very high. No C's, no D's this time. It has been a while since I've had a video without any C's or D's in here. So that is great. That is very positive. So you see, I haven't played as many games as usual, but I played some of them like quite a lot, and also like a lot of new games actually. Like I think like at least 25% of these were new games, maybe even more. So yeah, and this was a very strong month actually. A lot of really cool games and a lot of games that could still move. I do see Tenby maybe being able to move still. Maybe like Otter Penguin Party, maybe these are going to move. Tickle Track could move. Capybara Crush and Slokati could move. So there are quite a few interesting games here. So yeah, now it's your turn. Let me know what you played last month in October. Let me know like which games you like the most, which you like the least, and also if you played the games that I listed here and you like them more or less than I do, let me know. Looking forward to your opinion. All right, thank you so much for watching and for sticking to the very end. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, I would like to thank you all for your support, especially want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. The big thanks go to Thaganov for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, supporting me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my really amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video or my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.